for us, IoT in Action is great because we get to meet all the solution providers and the systems integrators, right? So Rigado creates sensors and gateways that collect data and push it to an application, but we need those applications to create business value, and we need those integrators to take the data and do something with it. So for us, this is great. We get to see everyone in one place and everyone around a common platform, Azure. So for us, it's all about speed to value for our customers. So the ability for us to use plug and play to get data right to IoT Central, and then push that up to Azure IoT Hub or onto even digital twins makes it much easier for customers to go from their initial pilot to a large production rollout in weeks, not months. I believe we'll see the digitizing of the physical spaces and the physical stores, right? So if I walk into a retailer today, like I go to Best Buy a lot, kind of a gadget nerd, right? So when I go to bestbuy.com, they know who I am, they know what I've bought, they know my mobile history, they treat me like they know me. But when I go to a store, odds are they don't know I'm there. And more broadly, like the building I work in, it doesn't even know I work there. So for me, I'm excited to see how do we make our physical spaces at least as smart as our digital and mobile spaces, and then start to use that intelligence to create new customer experiences and run our businesses more efficiently. So I think we're going to see a huge shift in the intelligence of the spaces that creates whole new ways of running the business. Well, we want to provide the data. So we look at ourselves as sort of paving the data roads to Azure and figuring out how do we help companies get the data they need to keep food safe or keep employees productive or make sure customers are getting things in a timely manner. And sometimes that's little things, like just if the fridge door is open, someone needs to know. But sometimes it's big things, like in areas like quick serve and grocery, their businesses are turning into almost like distribution centers where they've got to do delivery service provider enablement. They've got to deal with shoppers who want to get in and get out. Maybe they're even professional shoppers. So helping them get the data to know what's going on in the store and what's going on with their business in real time is where we come in. So for retail, sort of two buckets. Well, three buckets. The first is workforce productivity. So how do we help empower employees to know where is the staff being optimized in terms of the scheduling? Are people where they need to be to serve customers? What can we learn about how busy a store is and how to adjust? The second is supply chain and cold chain. So how are goods moving from the warehouse to the shelf and then out the door? Is the stuff that needs to be cold staying cold? Can we reduce food spoilage and increase food safety? And then the third is around the customer experiences. So if someone has ordered on their phone and they're pulling up to a restaurant, how do we make sure their food's ready, right? And how can we anticipate that so that they have what feels like one experience across web and mobile and in store? So those three areas, Rigado has data delivery solutions for and works with different types of sensors and devices to integrate with the store systems. Rigado moved from the enterprise Bluetooth side to really the IoT data delivery side about 3.5 years ago. And we've been working with Microsoft since the beginning. And most recently being a part of the Plug and Play initiative and using IoT Central as the place for us to start with the data and a place for our partners and customers to start with the data has been a big advantage, because a lot of this is just reducing the complexity for customers who are often trying to get at that data and put it to work for the first time. And if that first step requires 14 different pieces and 6 months of stitching, it's very hard to get to the questions around what's the business value and is this providing the insight I needed? So the ability to use Plug and Play and IoT Central to do that in, it's often days, right? Maybe a week or two, really changes the game in terms of how companies can experiment with and implement the technology. So in terms of Rigado solutions in retailers, a lot of times the heart of the system is our gateway. And so this little device contains Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Ethernet, cellular LTE, and a wide variety of wireless data protocols to gather information from just about any sensor in the store. So figuring out how do you make these easy to deploy and have, say, a kit that can cover a small store or a small branch and literally let a store manager or operator peel and stick their way to an instrumented store. That's our vision. And so from that perspective, IoT Central and the plug and play capabilities it brings to the Azure family are huge. So now the plug and play physical installation is complemented by a set of services in the cloud that are ready to catch the data right away. So that makes our life a lot easier in the store. To those getting started, which to be fair is most of us, right? We're still early in this. I would say find a way to test the business value as quickly as possible. I think too often we all get caught up in the sort of the technical integration of it all and all the different pieces and thinking through the 5-10 year transformation. And it's not until a little too far down the road that we test those core assumptions like, if I have this data, can I actually reduce food waste? Or if I know where employees are, can I actually schedule in a way that impacts my labor costs? So finding something small that you can apply data to and then just make sure you actually can impact the business is almost always the right place to start. So I would encourage them to check out Rigado's plug and play solution for Azure IoT Central. We're proud to be featured as one of the first gateway and sensor networks that truly works right out of the box. And let us show you the kind of data we can start delivering to Azure and your existing systems right away.